What's up, guys? Here at Wednesday 22nd, Project All In, day 22. Super excited to be here. Overall, just today is been a really chill day. I think I slept in just a little bit and then I got up, got to do the dogs, get to go outside and, walk around in the snow for the last little bits that we have it. And I just stayed home all day, nothing much, just honestly just chilled, relaxed, and it was really nice. But I do have a little bit of notes for the day. Again, just trying to figure this out with, CapCut being banned, and so me not having everything, the way I would like it. But I believe that's just the Lord protecting me from overindulging. But what I got from reading the first book, in here. So the first book I read was Trusting God with Today. I love this book. If you have a chance, go get it, go buy it. Again, Trusting God with Today by Charles F. Stanley. Love that book. What I got from that was like an all-inclusive resort. When we join with God, we immediately get access to everything he has. So in the book, what he was talking about was just how how this guy, like, he got on a cruise and he went to the buffet and looked around and saw all the food and then sat down and pulled out crackers and a jar of peanut butter and started to eat that, not realizing that that whole buffet was his, that he could eat. And what I just received from that was like, look how great the Lord is. Like, look how much he has to offer. Look at all these things. And instead of me being like, well, God, I'm hurt. Well, God, I'm this. Well, God, I'm sad. Well, God, I'm scared. Well, God, I don't know what to do. Well, God, I don't really want to go because I don't know anybody. And the Lord's like, dude, chill out. Like, you're good. You're okay. Obviously not like that. Like, I feel like he'd be more like my child, like, it's okay. Like, look how good I am. And one thing that I keep hearing over and over and over is this just one song, and its lyrics are stuck in my head. And it's just like, I've stopped telling God how big my problems are and started telling my problems how big my God is. And it's like, that's just what I feel from here. And then the second book, New Morning Mercies for Teens by Paul David Tripp. I like this book a lot. It goes a little more expansive in its topics, which I really like as well. In addition to Trusting God with Today, what I got from New Morning Mercies was idols are everyday things. What is stealing your heart? And basically what New Morning Mercies was just talking about the whole time was how idols aren't these big statues, not these big places, but actually idols are these tiny things like your phone or like your iPad. For me, like, they're just crutches that we've used that are stealing the place of God. And when I first started going through this healing process, I was heavily relying on my iPad and watching TV and always having something going on, and or going on as in like music or a podcast or an episode of something or a YouTube video going on. Like, there was always some sort of stimulation, and that was my idol. That was my idol. That's what I was running to. And if you watched yesterday's episode, you learned that I broke that idol very recently, as in literally yesterday, and I was okay with there just being silence. Like, it was okay that something wasn't happening, something wasn't going on, something wasn't talking to me. Like, I was okay to just be where I was. And I felt that this morning, especially with taking the dogs out and just getting to be outside and hear the wind and get to look around and see all the beautiful stuff and, get to look at the snow and the trees and the grass and everything. And it was amazing. So just learning how to really give your heart to God and letting him be the only thing that you truly ever worship. And how I said this ties together is that God gives us everything we could ever need, yet we still look to other things. That's a battle we have to face. So again, breaking our idols. The application that I had for today was be with God instead of the idols that we give ourselves to. Let him fill your needs. So again, as I was saying with taking the dogs out, like, I chose not to have my iPad. And that wasn't really by choice. Like, I really felt like when I was going to grab my iPad and my AirPods, the Lord just be like, hey, just put it down. Just set it away. Just put it down for right now. Just let it go. And it literally, I grabbed my iPad and my AirPods and I had to set them back down and be like, okay, God, like, okay, like, whatever, it's fine. Like, I'll do it. And I just got to be in peace for a little bit and really not have to worry about anything. And like, that's a blessing that I really feel like I take for granted, where everybody else is consumed with, you know, their everyday lives, having to go to work or looking at their social media or, you know, being heavily dependent on friends and people's opinions on them. And, you know, what am I going to go hang out with this person? Am I going to go hang out with this person? Does this person like me? Like, I don't have to do that. Like, I have the ability to just chase my dream and go after that. Like, yes, it's still work, but it's not like, it's work that I choose to do, not work that I'm told to do. Even though it doesn't feel like that sometimes. Like, I so early and so young, where people aren't figuring this out until, you know, they're in college, or people who don't even figure this out until they're 30, 40 years old. And they're like, what am I doing with my life? I'm just wasting my life in a 9-to-5 job that's never going to satisfy me or even provide for me. Like, there has to be more. Like, what can I do? And I really seriously take that for granted. I really do. So if you're watching that and you heard that, just go chase your dream. Go chase your dream. Go all in. Just like Jesus said to all the disciples and to the rich young ruler, leave everything and follow me. It says in Jeremiah 29:11 that he knows the plans that he has for us, and they're plans to prosper us. For me, prosperity is money. Prosperity is position. Prosperity is things being given to us. And it's like, if God has a dream for you and you know what that is, go after it. Because I promise you, the second you start following it is the second your life is going to start to change. And it may be hard sometimes, but go after it. Stop being complacent and really live for the Lord. Make a sacrifice. We have one life. On average, 75 years. We have such a limited shot. And I'm blessed, so very blessed, with parents who know what it's like on the other side and being stuck working a job and giving up their dream. Giving it up. Like, fully giving it up. Like, they made it. They were there. But they just couldn't get past what they saw. Oh, this person is so much better. Look what they can do, and look what I can't do. And instead of being like, well, I'm here just like they're here, so I'm going to keep pushing hard and doing what I need to do. They were like, I can't do this. Forget it. And they left. So they know, as soon as I told them, I was like, hey, I feel like the Lord has told me to do this. They're like, all right, well, gear up, man. Gear up. But I take that for granted. So, in also saying that, I love you, Mom. And I love you, Dad. Thank you for not letting me give up. Thank you for teaching me that there's more. Thank you for threatening me with having to be a normal person to make me realize that God has more in store and that I'm meant to stand out and be different. Thank you. Well, in saying that, that was heavy. Sorry. I've had a rough relationship with my parents for years, so saying that is kind of surreal. Anyways, more updates on what just happened today. Pitching drills, that went good. It was hard because it was so cold and like the snow had just melted, and so like it was all over my shoes and everything was getting wet, and so I was slipping, and that was dangerous. But you know, I fought through it. I got through it. Overall, I think it went good. I figured out areas that I need to improve in, which is a good thing. So that was good. That was really exciting. And then, you know, I just got to talk to some new friends. I don't feel a part of the group just yet, but at the same time, I've only met like half of them, and I don't have like a lot of traction right now, just because they don't know me, so they have nothing to base anything on. Uh, which points to this weekend with me going out to the retreat that they have going on. So I'm going to be disappearing for a little bit, but don't worry, I'll be back as soon as you know. So stay tuned. Just getting to talk to someone that has been a really unexpected character in my life. Out of everyone that I thought I'd start getting close to, they weren't even close to being near on my radar, but it's been really nice talking to them too. So, under strange circumstances, we had a conversation tonight. Very strange circumstances, but it happened regardless. And it was nice. It was nice just having somebody to talk to again. And then another friend texted me, and that made me feel really good, because again, it was just great having somebody to text me, and he was just like checking up on me, and that meant a lot. That meant a lot. And if that speaks to you, then go text that person that just popped in your head. Like, go reach out. Just go say hi. Just ask how they're doing. Be genuine with it. Like, really want to know how they're feeling, because they'll be able to tell if you don't. Maybe push it a little bit if they're just like, hey, I'm good. Be like, are you really good? What's going on, man? And then, just ask if they have anything that you can pray over. That's what my friend did with me. So, it meant a lot. He's also a person who I didn't think I'd get very close to. It wasn't on my bingo card for sure. But, it happened. And I'm just gonna, see where these relationships take me. I spent one weekend with the friend who texted me, and then I'm gonna spend a weekend this weekend with that other friend. So, maybe it's just a time to get to know people. I'm a pretty introverted person. It's super easy for me to do this because nobody watches these really, and I'm just talking to a camera for like 20 minutes. So I'm able to kind of just say whatever I want to say and not be scared. But, I feel like at one point, like, I just got to get over it. I just got to get over that and, develop my social skills. Just be someone who can talk. So how I got 1% better today is just by, I would say, it's a hard thing to say. I feel like I got 1% better today by just living in his peace, I would say, is the biggest thing. Like, just being with him. And truly, I haven't thought about any problems today. I haven't really been hurt today. I've kind of just been living. And I just want y'all to know, like, it gets better. It really does, especially with the Lord. And that prayer works. And so does worship. Worship's been a really big thing for me too. So, if you made it this far, like, I hope there's a reason. And it was to hear that. So, a lot of crazy things, but yeah. Getting 1% better every day. That's what we do here at the Dream Chaser channel, Project All In. I'm really excited. I'm also really tired, but I'm really excited. So definitely more upbeat than yesterday, which my bad about. But I have a lot of hope for the future. I want to start getting better in everything I do. I want to be physically better. I want to be mentally better and spiritually better. So I definitely need to start planning some things. Hey, guys, I'm thinking about getting baptized this weekend. Let me know your thoughts about that. I've been baptized before, but it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like it was really my time. But I feel like this time, like, there really ain't nothing. There's probably not a better time that I can get baptized than now. And last time when I came out of the water, I said, no going back. And, I've never gone back to that way of me, but I feel like I never want to come back to the old way of me during that whole year either. So honestly, I'm ready. I'm still praying about it. I'm thinking one of my friends is gonna do it with me. If you watched episodes 16 through 20 part 1, during the part where I put all my camp stuff down and you heard the scream in the background, that was that friend. So I'm super excited. I'll let y'all know about that, especially during this weekend at this retreat. I barely know anything about it, so yikes. But I'm really excited, guys. I'm really excited. So let's do this. Let's have some fun, y'all. What's the worst that could happen? If I'm with Jesus, it doesn't matter who's against me, because who is for me is greater. So thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for tomorrow and watch the past episodes if you need a filler. Watch episode 16 through 20 part 2. I just really like that episode. I feel like just the Holy Spirit really moved, and if you just need some help, I'd really suggest watching that. So in saying all that, thank y'all for watching. I'll check in with y'all tomorrow to see how we got 1% better. Hoping that CapCut comes back, but we're staying strong otherwise. So yeah, let's do it. And I'll see y'all.